Hello, it's Florida Man Coasters here. I want to be talking about Wildcat's Revenge at Hershey Park. Of course, Wildcat's Revenge is a RMC or Rocky Mountain Construction IBOC coaster, or also known as a hybrid coaster, and it has opened in 2023 to high praise after replacing the original Wildcat at Hershey Park. There's many bad, but also great things about this ride. Overall, I think the ride's great, but there's some bad things, even that they are overweighed by the great moments of this ride. And, if you guys like the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into the video. So originally, Wildcat opened in 1995, I believe. No, 1996. Which was a Great Coasters International, or GCI Wooden Coaster, which at the time opened to high appraisal by the general public and enthusiasts alike. But throughout the years has aged very poorly and is now considered one of the worst rides at the park, which I personally have experienced to ride. I thought it was pretty bad in my opinion, and generally aligned with other people's opinions of the ride. So, of course, it opened with PTC trains, which it did close with GCI trains. Either way, it closed in summer of 2022 to start development of Wildcat's Revenge, which RMC, of course, took full advantage of their large budget for Wildcat's Revenge, with being at one of the largest parks in America in Hershey Park, and was able to make a giant, great RMC that I think will be loved for the far future. Of course, Droge Raves is designing Wildcat's Revenge, which of course he's known for his other things like Air Force One and a lot of S&S coasters. Of course, and of course being the protege of Alan Schulke, which I would say he has designed a very good ride here. Even at some moments could have been a little bit better, but generally I think he did a very good ride. Made a very good ride with this being one of his first designs for RMC. Either way, this ride opened on June 2nd, 2023, to universal praise by coaster YouTubers, the coaster critics, the general public alike. All love this coaster a lot more than they love Wildcat, that was formerly there. So this ride generally was a big improvement in that category. And let's go and look at the layout of the ride next. Wildcat's Revenge starts off with a great pre-lift with some airtime, nice, very good pre-lift. Next, you go up into, of course, Chain Lift Hill, which, is a little bit slow for one, in my opinion. But when you crest the top of the lift hill, you get a nice view, and then you get plummeted down to, your 140-foot drop, which I believe that drop is very good and gives some good airtime like all of the other RMC drops, and generally is similar level to like Air Force One's drop as example. After that, you go into the step up underflip, which is a very interesting element. It's just a really good element generally, and I only can say good things about it. I hope it gets added to more RMC coasters in the future. After that, you fly into a great airtime mode that gives you nice, good ejector airtime, sustain 2. You then go up into a step up into a wave turn, which both gives you very good airtime and a very good aggressive airtime moment for this ride. After that, you go into a 0G stall, which is a very, very stereotypical 0G stall, but it is still good, of course. You can go into a wave turn, and then you go up for a double down, which is very weirdly profiled, I have to say. But I still very like the down, even though it feels a little bit uncomfortable. But after that, the elements get a lot more tighter and more aggressive, which I like. And generally, the ride, after riding it a few times, might be a little bit painful, just from you getting thrown around a lot. But generally, I think it's a very good ride. And I think George Raves did a great job with the full way out, with compacting great airtime, great force, and great positive forces. Just generally bring all of that we would want in a RMC coaster to us in this ride. So let's go and now talk about some of the good and bad about this ride. Let's talk about the good first. Great first drop, unique elements, strong airtime, intense, similar to Iron Gwazi's Way Out, but of course to a lesser extent, of course. But just generally a very great ride. Some of the bad things though is that weirdly profiled double down, which I don't particularly like. But generally, I do still like the ride on that part of the ride generally. But it is a flaw in my opinion. Even that, of course, I understand why he did do it because of the great lateral forces you do get. So I think that's the only flaw of this ride. Here are my final thoughts. I think Wildcat's Revenge, I would recommend it to anybody that likes roller coasters. I think it's a very well-rounded roller coaster and seems to be very successful at Hershey Park and should be a smash hit for Hershey Park, which it seems to already have been. So I would recommend this ride. Very good ride. It's in my top 10 currently. I just generally really like this ride and will hopefully ride it again in the future. Peace.